pretty dark. No. Why? Oh. Wait a second. Now I start. I have a problem with my note. He cancelled my note with all my points. Fuck. Why? Oh, damn. The phone cancelled all my data. Damn. Wait a second. No. Why? Fuck. You cancel it. Damn. Oh, I have to remember it. I don't remember how many hit points I have. 20, I think. I have the magic sword. It cancelled all my note. All of them. I don't know why. All of them. He cancelled all of them. So I have to remember it. I have 28 points. The magic sword. Sure. I didn't remember how many experience marks I have. Maybe 52. I don't really remember. Maybe 52. I don't remember. And I have 2 cure all and 1 cure 5, I think. And I don't remember how many gold pieces. 74. I don't really remember. 74. So, welcome back, fellow listener. My iPhone decided to cancel all my data of my adventure, so I have to remember it, and I'm not sure of what I remember and what not. So last time we began our second book in the Sagard the Barbarian saga, the Green Hydra. We fight with a bunch of Akkas. I don't know what they are, humanoid, evil humanoid. Then we sleep in a temple and we have a vision of, let's say we have to fight with a Green Hydra, we have to destroy this Green Hydra and the sliths. I don't know what a slith is. Then we arrive into a city, Slatorp, and we trade our trophies with gold pieces. I don't remember how many. Then a dying man give us a map and says to give it to a man or a woman whose name is Quetzalcoatl. Then a slith assassin attack us and we kill him. And we are here. At the end, I decide to don't try to translate the map, but I decide to searching Quetzalcoatl. Then section 40 Last time we are at section 40, and I decided to find the mysterious Quetzalcoatl, so I go to section 42. Today we play until 6 o'clock, I think, Italian, 6 o'clock. Now is 10 to 5, so 1 hour and 10 minutes, I think. Section 42, in search of Quetzalcoatl. The lobby of the inn is a small, squat, cheerless room with a counter, a couple of uncomfortable chairs, a large hearth, and a curtained doorway leading, you presume, to the kitchen. The slender, nervous innkeeper eyes you suspiciously as you pay for your stay. "I am in search of a man known as Quetzalcoatl," you say, breaking the awkward silence. "I know of no such man," the innkeeper responds, not looking up from the papers that sit on his desk. Looking over his shoulder, you catch sight of a tall, thin form listening at the curtained doorway. Sorry, I'm a bit thirsty. Whoa. Before you can rip the curtain open to see who is eavesdropping on you, the misty shape vanishes, and a small puff of smoke drifts through the curtain. Sensing dark magic, you step outside to the sun-drenched streets of Sathorp. A bright spring sun warms the bustling city, and the scent of newly cut flowers wafts through the air. Across the narrow street from the inn, the extraordinarily beautiful woman from the pub tends a flower cart. Before you can make a move in her direction, she turns and steps quickly toward you, almost as if she were waiting for you. "Flowers for your love?" she asks. "I have no love," you respond. "Perhaps the flowers shall help you to find one," she says, holding forth a bouquet of roses. Then, drawing very close to you, she says, "I can lead you to Quetzalcoatl." You answer only with a stunned gaze. How could she know you are looking for Quetzalcoatl? She answers your unasked question. "Secrets are scarce in Sathorp." Then, looking around to be sure she isn't overheard, the beautiful girl quickly whispers, "Convene with me at the statue of Gygax Rex at midnight. We are being watched." Before you can respond, she hurries over to another customer. Looking over your shoulder, you see a misty figure watching from a darkened window of the inn, and a chill runs down your spine. You spend the day on the streets of Sathorp. In the course of an endless journey through winding alley, you pass nearly 100 market stalls filled with fruit, leather goods, and trinkets from distant lands, and watch with mild amusement as a pickpocket protests his innocence from the pillory. In the late afternoon, passing through the guild hall, you spy the misty silhouette watching you from the shadowy belfry of the church. Go to section 38. It's pretty long. Section 38, Midnight Rendezvous. As watchmen shout curfew on the sleeping streets, you creep to the appointed rendezvous. From the shadows of an arched doorway, you keep lookout on the enormous statue of Gygax Rex. As the church bell strikes midnight, a glowing form drifts silently down the street and stops under the towering statue. Gripping silently toward the figure and recognizing that it is a girlish form, you whisper to her, "I am here." "Not a moment too soon," she says, "for we are pursued by spies. Follow me to the tower, but do not get too close." I don't trust her. You follow her to a broken and abandoned tower within sight of the statue. When you reach the chilly, damp remnant of Sathorp's era as a great power, you look back to see that another form waits near the statue of Gygax Rex, and your skin crawls. Wheeling around, you realize that you are not in the company of a woman, but of a demon. The girlish shape makes a remarkable transformation. It doubles in size and wields a massive battle axe. This is the smoke demon, spawned in the depths of the underworld to do the dark bidding of evil. Before you can respond, the smoke demon snatches the map from your hand. You must have the map. In order to get it, you have no choice but to fight the smoke demon. Before each round of combat, flip to see if you can steal the map back. Flipping one gets it back. If you do get it back, flee in the normal manner, because the smoke demon cannot be defeated. When you hit him, his form, made of smoke, reassembles. The smoke demon is a level 3 fighter. He fights each turn after you flip for the map, or flip to flee. You may not flee without the map. Okay, so I flip to snatching the map. If I get the one, I snatch the map. Or no. I'm pretty annoyed by the thing I lost all my stats. Pretty annoyed. So I roll for snatching the map and I get the one. I snatch the map. Then the demons attack. And I lost 2 hit points. Okay, then I try to flee and I flee. Pretty lucky. Only 2 hit points. I am at 18 hit points. Okay. Okay. So flee with map to section 44. I go to section 44. Okay. Oh. Section 44, fleeing with the map. Holding the map tightly, you dash out of the tower toward the statue of Gygax Rex. The smoke demon pierces you, drifting more than running, and flailing its devilish axe. As the smoke demon gains on you, the figure under the statue raises a large jewel which emits a blinding flash of light that ignites the street. The smoke demon lets out a thundering roar as a screaming whirlwind rips the street, blowing you off your feet like a leaf. A torrent of destruction rages. Signs are torn from their braces, windows are sucked from the frames, and flower pots shatter on the street. The colossal statue, caught in the cyclone, spins on its base, teeters and tumbles into a stone building, falling to the ground with a mighty crash. High above you, the smoke demon dissipates in a tornado of agony. As quickly as it came, the wind dies down and the smoke demon is gone. The flower girl, holding the jewel, stands alone under the statue. She casts away the jewel, its power spent, and steps toward you. "Are you alright?" she asks. "I'm alright, but Gygax Rex has seen better days," you say, eyeing the statue's feet, which protrude from a pile of wreckage. "Follow me quickly," she says, and turns away. You follow her through a network of twisting streets to a shabby little garret in the shadow of Satorp's north wall. Drawing a silver key from her sleeve, she opens the door. Once in the apartment, she unfurls a great tapestry and covers the window. Without so much as lighting a candle, the beautiful creature slides a faded Itaxian rug away from its place on the floor, revealing a trapdoor. Lifting the door reveals a stairway. Lighting a long taper, she lets you down. Stepping off the stairs, she lights several wall torches, shedding light on a large vaulted chamber. 1,000 years ago, this was the dungeon of Gygax Rex, she says. After he died and the city was burned, this cauldron of horror was forgotten. Leading you to a stone slab which is stained red and was probably once used for beheadings, she puts a graceful hand out. "May I have the map?" she asks. "I am to give it to Quetzalcoatl." She looks at you directly, a blue flame glowing in her eyes. "I am Quetzalcoatl." You are stunned. You had expected I wasn't the old sorcerer, and are now amazed to discover that she is a stunning young woman. You hand her the map. "Behold the tomb of the Green Hydra," she says, carefully unrolling it on the stone block. "The old man who gave it to you was its architect. While he was building it, he discovered that his employers were planning to kill him on completion. Thus, he designed a secret escape passage and slipped away. The assassins pursued him over water and land. I know the rest of the story, you say, remembering the dying man and the slit assassin. But why was he bringing it to you? Because I offered shelter in exchange for the map. But why? What is in the tomb? You ask. Treasure? I am no treasure seeker, she said. I am one who wishes to destroy the Green Hydra. But it is dead. Why else would they build a tomb for it? It is far from dead. Rather, it is in a dulled stupor. As long as it lives, slith evil will spread. Sliths, you exclaim. Everywhere I go, I encounter them. With firelights flickering off her features, she tells the tale of the Green Hydra. The sliths, she says, are both the captors and captives of the Green Hydra. For 500 years, the Green Hydra ravaged the Isle of Slith, feeding upon human flesh. Toad, the man of Slith, wanted to kill it. Legend has it that if the Hydra were killed, a demon would rise up from each of its severed heads to ravage the isle. In an effort to placate the monster, the sliths fed humans to the beast. One woman, Rotanna, whose beauty was matched only by her brilliance, begot a plan to subdue the Hydra. Before she was sacrificed, she ate a great quantity of the night dahlia, which contained a powerful and deadly sleep potion. Thus, when the Hydra devoured her, it fell into a deep sleep. The sliths then ventured to keep the Hydra forever asleep, thus stopping it from killing, yet keeping the demons pent up inside it. Each time the Hydra began to stir, they shot it with an arrow covered with the resin of the night dahlia, returning it to slumber. It was not long before most of the island's crop were given up to grow night dahlia. However, the presence of the mind-altering plant made the sliths become dark and evil. Thus, the sliths, who were once good, are now evil slaves to the dahlia. Dahlia? I don't know. She stops for a moment to take a break. There is another reason for the spread of slith evil. Each day it takes more night dahlia to keep the Hydra subdued. They grow a great deal. They have to buy dahlia from the Itaxians at high prices. To pay for it, they steal from others. But even so, the Hydra might escape any day. She pauses, as though she has come to the end of their story. But you still haven't told me about the tomb, you say. Well, the Hydra has many dark and demonic allies, who have tried to release her. To prevent this, the sliths enclosed her in the tomb to keep the demons out. You nod. And what do you hope to do? Kill the Hydra and release the demons. They shall purge the isle, and in time they will destroy each other, thus cleansing the isle. The firelight catches a fierce intensity in her eyes as she speaks. I am a slith who has not been corrupted by the night dahlia. I wish you luck, but for now I had best be going, you say, beginning to suspect what she is after. She looks deeply into your eyes. I am not a warrior. A warrior must carry out this task. Please, Sagard, I beg you. Only someone of your strength could kill the Hydra. And not live to tell of it, you respond. Quetzalcoatl tries every known means to persuade you. She tells you of treasures that might be yours, of the great heroism you will achieve, but in the end it is her beauty that persuades you. I will do it, you finally say, regretting the words as they slip out of your mouth. The beautiful girl throws her arms around you and hugs you, setting your heart to pounding harder than any beast has. Sagard, still thinking with the low brain. As you catch your breath, she turns her attention to the map. For a long time she moves her pen around and finally with a look declares that she has broken the code. You must enter the first chamber to take arrows. In the second chamber you will find the essence of the dahlia, and in the third chamber you will find the Hydra. Render her unconscious with the arrows and slay her, then be gone through the secret chamber before the demon arise. Eyeing the plan and remembering the deadly sliths you have already encountered, you look up to her. Is there nobody else to do this? I guess I should tell you. A month ago, we hired an Aerdian mercenary armed with fire darts to go to the island. He never returned. A pit grows in your stomach, but stealing your courage, you respond, I shall be more successful. Okay, so now the map is translated. Is a pretty labyrinth. There is 5 places. The arrow chamber, the hydra chamber, the oil chamber, and the hall of bones. Then there is the stairs. Okay. And this is the message, the translated message. High Priestess Quetzalcoatl. This note is written in Ast. There is but one way to destroy the Green Hydra and survive. Enter the arrow chamber and take the arrows. Then proceed to the oil chamber and dip the arrows in Dahlia oil. From there, proceed directly to the Hydra chamber. Shoot the arrows and cut off the Hydra's head. Escape through the secret stairs. Trust nobody in the tomb of the Green Hydra. It is possible that there are flame darts on the corpse of an adventurer in the Hall of Bones. These are powerful weapons. Okay. Go to section 45. Okay. Quetzalcoatl looks up at you. Be cautious, Sagard, and take this with you. She steps across the vaulted room and opens an enormous trunk. In it is a beautiful, finely linked chainmail shirt. The shirt will serve you well, for you can deduct 1 hit point from every hit. For example, if you are hit for 3 points, mark off only 2. And if you are hit for 1 point, take no damage. Note this on your status chart. Go to section 45. I have also a magical medallion. I don't remember the material, but I have it. I remember it. So then. Okay. So chainmail minus 1 damage. And the medallion. I can't remember if I have something else. Maybe if I see it, I remember it. I have 2 cure potions and 1 5 potions. I can't remember also the gold pieces. Okay, so section 45, the docks. The pink dawn light is broken in segments by the lines of tall masts, and tinted by brightly dyed sails, adorned with strange and powerful creatures, dragons, eagles, and snakes. As the sun rises on the horizon, the docks bustle with activity. Merchants, fishermen, travelers, and even white-haired, red-eyed Vulzar raiders make ready their ships. Valzair, I think. Vulzar, I don't know. Peering into the water, you see a most peculiar sight. A man, human in all ways except for his scarlet legs, wearing ornate and shiny robes, rides a huge whiskered fish. A chill shakes you as you spy an enormous trireme flying a black sail emblazoned with a death's head. For any schoolboy knows it belongs to Salamar Rabfad, a Thaxian pirate who will just as soon slash your throat as look at you. Stepping up to an old salt who is carefully laying out his nets for a day of fishing, you ask him for transport to the Isle of Sliths. You won't get me near that island for all the money in Satorp. We will go to it. He holds out a hand and, after you have filled it with a coin, responds, only Swarny Pate would sail in those waters, and is not to be trusted. Swarny Pate's boat is the ugliest in the harbor, all grey, in need of maintenance, and smelling of rotted fish and filth. Stepping onto his ship, you encounter his 2 crewmen, who appear to be Phaxians with lean, mean muscles, crimson lips, and cold, angry black eyes. After hearing your request, they suddenly lead you into Swarny Pate's cabin. In the cabin, which is littered with various maps and charts and the bloody remains of fish, sits Swarny Pete. He is cold, rooted character with reddish skin, many times burned by the sun, a gouged black hole where one eye should be, and broken teeth. On one shoulder sits a lizard, an ugly flying beard lizard with a long licking tongue and sharp claws. I will take you to the Isle of Sliths for 50 gold pieces. I will return you for the same price. Take it or leave it. Having no other option, you take his offer. I will give you 25 in advance and 75 upon return. He nods in agreement, and in less than an hour you set sail. As you do not trust the crew, you stand at the back of the ship, silently watching them. Occasionally, you notice them glance stealthily up at you, trying to see if you are watching them, but for the most part, they pilot the ship. You know, however, that should your attention slip for only a moment, they may jump you. When night comes, you are extremely suspicious and take pains not to drift off to sleep, for there is no doubt in your mind that falling asleep will lead you to a watery grave with your gold coins in their scurvy hands. Check your hit points. If you have more than 10 hit points, flip the pages. If you get an even number, go to section 101. If you get an odd number, go to section 99. If you have 10 hit points or fewer, go to section 99. So I have to roll a die, and if I get an even number, or I go on. I don't want to kill anybody. Even number 101. It's pretty advanced in the book. Here 101. Okay, almost. Treacherous voyage. The stars glow like jewels in the dead black sky as Warney's space boat sails through the murky sea. In time, when Saturn's towers have sunk below the horizon, you make out islands silhouetted on the horizon. Most are composed of jutting rock and are probably uninhabited, but on some of them orange embers of dying fires glow. In time, the soft rocking of the ship, the warm winds from the south, and the tranquil salt air make you drowsy. However, you know that falling asleep will be a sure invitation to be attacked by Swarny Pete and his two sinister faction shipmates. Slowly you slump over in your seat, feeling more tired than ever. Struggling to keep awake, you slit your finger on your gleaming blade, hoping that the sting will keep you awake. However, it doesn't. Waking for just a moment when the ship lurches on a wave, you see the silhouettes of the two treacherous Vexian shipmates sneaking toward you, gleaming daggers in their hands. Knowing that you have no choice but to fight, you lunge with your sword. Your suddenly flurry of activity catches them off balance, and you strike first. And I have to fight. I have a timer in this fight, so I attack first and I have 18, I think. I didn't recover 8 points, yes, 18. So I attack first and I do 3 damage to the first shipmate, and they remain with 2 hit points, so I attack and I get, ouch, 2 damage to me, and another 2, really, to 4, okay. I am at the 14 and I attack and I kill the first one, so the second respond, and they do to me 1 damage, so 0. I attack, I do 2 damage to him, he remains with 5 hit points. You respond, 0. Okay. 2 damage to him again. He remains with 3 hit points. He attack. He do another 2 damage to me. I'm 12. And I heal him. 12 hit points. 4 turns, I think. I kill them in 4 turns. Maybe 5, but not more than this. And I have 12 hit points remains. Okay. If you have cut them down by the 6th round of combat, go to section 81. If not, they will be joined by Swarny Pete. If he joins, he attack first. Well, I defeat them before the 6th turn, so 81. You? Okay. Well, okay. It's pretty long. I want some intermission music, like a no, 81. Defeating the murderous shipmates, Swarny Pete eyes his 2 shipmates who lie face down on the deck and drop his cutlass, gain 2 experience marks, so I am 54, I think. I don't remember very well. Kill me and you'll never find your way to the island, he says. Cross me and you will find yourself in the belly of a shark, you respond. He shrugs and steps to the rudder. Fair enough. As he sails, you dump the bodies of the 2 shipmates into the dark, velvety sea. They float for just a moment, and then 2 triangular fins emerge from the depths, and the 2 bodies vanish in a bubbling frenzy. Eating the food that his murderous shipmates will no longer need, you regain 5 hit points. I am at 17. No. Swarny Pete points, and you gain your first view of the Isle of Sliths. A broken volcanic cone thrusts bizarrely from the azure sea. As you draw closer, you see that the lava octopus sends gnarled tentacles of flowing molten rock into the bubbling sea, surrounding the island with a thick, steamy mist. Approaching the island, you see that even beneath the water there are molten gashes on the coastal floor. Your small craft gets very hot as it draws closer to shore, and you are startled to see Swarny drop a small bird into the water, which emerges completely boiled a few moments later. As you sail to the far side of the isle, you realize that this is perhaps the most inhospitable place on the planet. Volcanic gas rises from molten gashes in the treeless terrain, and fresh eruptions shake the air like a thunderstorm. The far side of the island is slightly more hospitable. You see living trees, and here and there catch sight of a black-sailed ship wending its way through the mist and shiny, jagged rocks that surrounds the island. By late afternoon, Swarny Pete lands the boat in a small, relatively hospitable inlet. Go to section 90. I go. Entering the tomb. Now I am in the dungeon. Okay. "50 gold pieces now, and I'll wait for you," Swarny Pete says, his gnarled face lit by the reddish glow of the island. You consider the offer. Swarny Pete is as treacherous as they come. However, is this your only hope of a ride off the island? If you want to take your chances on him, deduct 50 gold pieces, if you have them, from your status chart. Stamping onto the island, you are choked by a cloud of sulfurous smoke. I have to pay him. I think if I pay him, he escapes with my money. Okay, I pay him. Maybe it's not the smartest of my choices. Stepping onto the island, you are choked by a cloud of sulfurous smoke. The landscape you see is one that could only be forged in a nightmare. The ground in most places is glassy rock, save for a small island of dirt and vegetation between rivers or lava flows. Turning around, you see Okay, I lost 50 gold pieces. Yeah. Turning around, you see Swarny's speedboat disappear into the fog. He lets out a loud laugh and calls, "May Gak help you, Rattican!" The boat is gone in the mist. If I found you again, Swarny Pete, you are dead meat. Trekking up the vertical lava staircase, you come in sight of the Slith village, a semicircular plot of green with white dahlia fields surrounds short walls of black glassy stone. To the back of the city you see what must be the tomb, a great structure of black glass with a single rectangular portal guarded by a scimitar-toothed sliths. Climbing up the steaming island to the village, you catch sight of several people wandering as if in a stupor. Passing near them, they seem not to notice you, for their haunted eyes are glassed over and their mouths are muttering stupidly. It is not hard to guess that they are victims of the night dahlia. From a low vantage point you observe the tomb, a nearly endless procession of grey-hooded night dahlia carriers drift past the guards in and out of the portal, and you resolve to gain a similar robe. As you progress up the hill, you came upon a great open pit filled with dead sliths. Some of whom still wear their gowns. Stripping a gown from a skeleton, you don it, and rubbing ashes on your face, gain the diseased look of the sliths. A trail of glazed-eyed slith dahlia carriers marches past six slith guards, and two enormous, gaudily painted statues of hideous monsters. You are at the rear, and though the guards eye you, they do not prevent you from entering the tomb of the Green Hydra. The tomb of the Green Hydra reeks of death and evil. The corridors are narrow and cramped. The walls are of chiseled glassy rock, wet with blood and moisture. Footsteps, distant screams, and low growls echo through the structure, and you cannot help but shiver slightly at the evil that surrounds you. As you reach the first intersection, the dahlia carriers proceed northward, stopping in your tracks. You look back at the glowing entrance, and then to your left and right. Go to section 98. So now I'm a Hydra hunter. Okay. Ah, the map. I have to remember it correctly. Section 98, Tomb Exploration. You are at the entrance to the tomb of the Green Hydra. Draw a line to the next section you want to go to. You may not pass through a section without going into it. And go to the section in the book. After reading the section and resolving any combat that may come up, return to this map and draw a line to the section you next want to visit, and go to that page. Resolve any combat and return to the map and trace a line to the next destination. Make a note of this section number, as you will return to it often. You may not return to any section twice, because it is considered to be swarming with slith guards. Avoid crossing your own path. If you should be forced to do so, go to section 75. When you reach a letter on the map, look at the list below and go to section indicated. So I am at the entrance, I think, and I want to go to the Hall of Bones first. So for going to the Hall of Bones, I have to pass there and there. Pretty hard. It's not easy, because I didn't understand where the entrance is. I think 92 is the entrance. I don't know. No, okay. So the open. Sorry, the map is not very clear at this point. So I draw a line. It's not simple at all. Don't doing the same road twice. It's very hard. So I go first B, section 91. I want to go to the Hall of Bones because I want the weapons, the fire darts. Hall of Bones. Padding down the corridor, you find yourself in deadly darkness. To the north and east, you hear footsteps. Some of them are the even marching tramp of guards. Others are the soft shuffling of Dahlia carriers. Taking refuge behind the wall, you step on something and hear a crunching sound. Looking down, you see the empty sockets and wild green of a skull. Scanning the floor, you see that it is covered with bones, which seem to be piled in a room to the west. A sign over the door reads, "All of Bones." In slith hieroglyphics, return to the map and draw an arrow to wherever you want to go from here. You are at B. So I want to go to the Hall of Bones because there is a secret weapon there. So I want the weapon. Fire darts, if I remember it well. Then I have to go to the arrows. The arrow chamber is in M. And then I go to the oil chamber in T, and then to the Hydra chamber in U. And then I skip from G, I think, but it is not simple anyway. So I go to Edge, section 83. A lot. No, I don't want to enlarge the image. Oh, damn. Reduce the image, okay. It's pretty long the way from 98 to 83. I have to change every page. Okay, the Hall of Bones, section 83. Following the trail of bones in the corridor, you enter a room filled with the stench of death. Skeletons are piled nearly to the ceiling. Mingled with the bones are broken swords, crushed maces, and scraps of tattered clothing. Hearing footsteps, you conceal yourself among the corpses, and a pair of slith guards blindly step past. If you want to rummage through the bones in search of anything, continue reading. If not, return to the map. Thrashing through the bones yields you to 20 slith coins. Mark them on your status charts. Okay. Okie dokie. 20 slith coins. Okay. A little less, other than a few bits of broken weapons. Finally, however, you come upon a black-robed skeleton, still covered with leathery flesh. On its face is a twisted smile, and his withering hands seem to point to 7 fire darts on his sash. Carefully, you remove the sash and rope it around your waist. You can throw 2 darts during any round of combat. When you throw them, flip the pages. If you flip anything but a 4, they will knock out anything they hit. But these are powerful weapons. Use them sparingly. Damn, it's pretty strong. They kill on it. Whoa. Okay, fine. Well, pretty strong. So, note this on the status charts and move onward. So, I am in Edge. I have to return to the map. Maybe I notified it, I don't know. Okay. I think I have to cross my path now. So I have to page 75 because I crossed my path. To return back, I have to cross it. I have no choice. Pretty damn. I think I have to fight now the guards. Damn, this is not. Okay. 75, I think. Then I go back to section 75, crossing your path. Suddenly you make out two slith guards. These are not the normal slith fighters. Instead they are clad in black mail and wear conical helmets. They are elite slith guards who stand in front of you, their long, thin swords drawn, their hellish eyes glowing and broken teeth smiling. Trying to avoid them, you turn to run, but to no avail. Two more slith guards stand behind you. Trapped in the corridor, you have no hope for escape. You must fight the four slith guards. Drawing your blade, you swing first. They are very strong. They have a lot of hit points and they are pretty strong. It's a pretty hard battle. Not simple, not at all. But I can do it. So first, I roll first and I do 2 damage to 1. Okay, better than nothing. And they do to me nothing because I have the chainmail. The second, nothing. The third, nothing. Good. The fourth do to me 1 damage. Okay, better than nothing. I am at 17, now 16. I attack and I do another 3 damage to the first, so he have still 10 hit points. It's a pretty hard battle. He attack and he do 1 damage to me. I am at 13. The second miss. The third, another 1 damage. And the fourth miss. Okay. No, any damage from the... I am still at 14. Sorry, I wrongly read. So I attack. And I do another 3 damage to the first guard. You have 7 hit points remains. They respond. 1 hit point to me, so I'm 13. Another 1. Another 1, so I am 12. For them, it's pretty hard. Miss. Another 1. 11. Ouch. I do 4 hit points, no, 3 hit points to this, so the first I have 4 hit points remains, and I am 11. They respond, the first miss, the second, the 1 damage, so I am 10, the third miss, and the last miss, 10. I do another 3 hit points, he remains with 1. Really? Damn. Then they respond. Miss. 1 damage to me, I'm 9. Another 1 damage, I'm 8. Miss. I respond and I kill the first one. And now I do 4 hit points for 1 hit point. Really. I don't know if I can translate the extra damage to the second one. I don't think so. So I kill the first one, they respond. I have 9 and they do another 2 damage to me, I'm 7. Another damage, I'm 6 and miss. I take the potion, 5 points. So I'm 6, 11. I return to 11. Damn, it's a pretty hard fight. I attack and I do only 2 damage. He have still 15 hit points. He respawn. 2 damage, I'm 9 again. He miss. Another damage, I'm 8. Ouch. I attack now 3 damage. The second is at 12. And I am at 9. 8. She respawn another 2 damage to me. I'm 6. Miss. miss, and I respond. 3 damage through to the second. You have now 9 hit points remain. I am 6. Attacks another 2 damage. I am 4. Damn. Another 1. I am 3. I take 1 potion for sure. Miss. I take the full potion now. Whoa. I attack. I have 10 now. 2 damage only. Really. 2 damage only. He go down to 10. He respond. 1 damage. No. No. I am at 19 and I do only 2 damage again. 8. They respond. 2 damage to me. I'm 17. Another damage. I'm 16. Miss. Whoa. They always roll 4. Damn. I'm unlucky today. 3 damage. Now they from 8 to 5. They respond. Miss. Finally. Miss. Finally. Miss. Finally. I'm still 17. And I do 4 damage. So from 8 to 4. 2 damage to me, I'm 15. Miss. Miss. 4 damage, I kill the second one, so only 2 remains and they are the weakest one, but they do still 1 damage to me. I am 15. And nope, 15. I do 2 damage. Oh, the third have 20 hit points. So now and they miss me. The second 2 miss me. 4 damage, the third. So now he have 14 and I am still at 15. So he missed me and again I still 14. 3 damage, 14 to 11. He miss. Another 2 damage, 14 to 9. 1 damage to me, 13 to 9. Miss. 13 to 9. 2 damage, 13 to 7. 13 to 7. 13 to 7. Okay. Another 2 damage, 13 to 5. It's pretty long this way. 13 to 5 still. 13 to 5 still. 13 to 2. Okay, they respond. 13 to 2. Still 13 to 2. Okay. I kill the third one, so the last one respond. 13. Okay, still 13. My turn, I do 3 damage. So 13 to 15. 13 to 15. Whoa, 13 to 11. 13 to 11 still. 13 to 8. 13 to 8 still. Okay. 13 to 6. 12 to 6. 12 to 2. 12 to 2 still. And I win. If you defeat all 4 slith guards, gain 7 experience marks. I use 2 potions. Damn, they are pretty hard. So, this one and this one. But I made 1 level, because now I have 61 experience marks. So now I am level 4, I think. Now I am level 4, so with a 1 I do 2 damage, with a 2 I do 3 damage, with a 3 I do 3 damage, with a 4 I do 4 damage. With a 3 I do 4 damage, with a 2 I do 3 damage, and with a 4 I do 4 damage. Good. Pretty strong. Okay. So now I level 4. Okay. and continue your journey free to cross your path anytime you want. So now I have to cross anytime I want. I have to return to section 98, I think, here. Almost. I proceed in my journey inside this tomb. It's almost 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock I have to end the live because I have another thing to do. So another another 15 minutes to play and then I stop. Okay? So I do the cross here, so I have to go to the arrow chamber is M, and I have to cross to go across chamber X, section 56. More 56 here, almost here, almost 56. Nope. Okay. Section 56. The Slith Maiden. You hear moans through a doorway to the south. Looking inside, you see a gruesome scene. A beautiful slith woman is chained to a stone table. Her eyes look to you mournfully, pleadingly. She shouts something to you in a language you don't understand. Your nose is struck by the smell of tainted flesh, and from the chamber you hear a loud growling sound. You can try to save her in section 58. I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea to save someone in this dungeon, because I know for me it's full of traps. For sure. Or turning a deaf ear, you can head west, where you see only the outer light of the main hallway, or head east around the corner. Dahlia leaf is scattered on the floor in both directions. Draw your line and advance to the next section. I don't think this little woman want to be saved, so I go on. I return to 90. Okay. Here. So now I am in section X. I go straight into section D, I think. Yeah, section D. Yep, section D. Section 51. So almost here. 51, almost. Okay. Section 51, where 3 corridors meet. You have to come to the intersection of 3 corridors. To the south, you hear loud growling sounds. To the southwest is the corridor that leads to the main entrance chamber, and to the north is a dark passage. At your feet, you see scattered remnants of dahlia leaf heading in a trail north and southeast. Behind you, you hear the sounds of slith guards approaching. Return to the map. Return to the map. Sure. So I'm in section D. I want to go in C, I presume. No. I have to go in E. Section E, 61. Section E, 61. 61. Section 61, the dark intersection. You stand at the intersection of several corridors. To your southwest is a black drop pit. You might be able to escape through it. Pick a corridor and keep going. Okay, pretty useless. Okay. So, E. from E to Q, yeah, Q, yep, Q. So section 62. Damn, I'm here. Have to do. The two safe hole. As you traverse the long hallway, you are jumped by two slit guards. They attack first. You must flee before to flee. But I don't want to flee. I want to fight. I can kill them. They are weakest than the first two. I have how many hit points I have? 12, if I remember it well. Yeah, I remember it well, I think. I also down a level, so now I'm stronger. They hit first anyway. So they roll, the first one roll 0 damage and 0 damage. Good, now it's my turn. And I do 3 damage to the first. So now I'm 12 to 12. They respond, 1 damage, I'm 11, 0 damage. I respond 4 damage, 11 to 8. They respond, 0 damage, 0 damage. 11 to 8 still, now 11 to 3, 11 to 5. Sorry, 11 to 5, they respond, miss, 11 to 3, miss, nope. 11 to death, the first one is death, so the second one respond and miss, I attack. 3 damage, so 11 to 12, they respond, miss. 11 to 8, ouch, 10 to 8, 10 to 5, miss. 10 to 3, miss, and is dead. I have 10 hit points remains and 1 potion. Then it's a pretty hard dungeon. Okay, when you have defeated your opponent, gain 2 experience marks and returns to the map. If you successfully flee, but I didn't flee. So I have 63 experience marks. I don't know if I have another level after level 4. I don't really know. So, I return to my exploring. Here I am. So now I done it in Q and I go to L. Okay, I go to L. L is section 64. 64. The corridor. As you dash through the corridor, you hear a loud psst sound, as if somebody is calling you. Spinning around, you see the pale face of a man close to death, peering out at you. "Retican," he urgently whispers to you. "Come this way. Identify yourself before I cut you down," you demand. "I am Antot, a builder. Weeks ago, the architect escaped and left me for dead. I have been hiding here ever since. And what good are you to me?" You ask. "I know all the secrets of the tomb. If you will take me with you, I will be your guide." Just then you hear the footsteps of slit guards. Untot motions for you to join him in his hiding place. You have to make a quick decision. If you join him, go to section 53. If not, proceed with the map. I don't really know, because it's a pretty even deception. but I'm not sure. There is no ally inside, and I already have a guide in this map, so I ignore it and I go on. So I go in I, section 66. Almost, but not there. Section 66. Two black leather-clad slith guards carrying battle axes protect the entrance to the chamber. As you are still disguised as a Dahlia carrier, they let you pass. However, if you take anything unordinate from the tomb, they will attack you. Proceed to Section 67. Section 67. The Arrow Chamber. The sickly smoke of a burning taper clouds the chamber. In the center of the triangular vault is a garish green statue of a foot high with an enormous green jewel embedded in the forehead. Looking over your shoulder, you see that you are being watched by the guards. In one corner of the room are 6 arrows. There are 20 jewels on the floor, placed there as if in offering to the statue. You contemplate looting the tomb, but know you might have to fight the guards as a consequence. Write down all of the things you take and proceed to Section 68. It's a trick, I know it, because I'm smarter than the book, and I think I didn't have to take the jewel. It's only a trick, and I have to take only the arrows. So I take only the 6 arrows. If you took only the arrows, you can proceed further on the map. However, if you took anything else, the slith guards attack you. I know it. So, I can go back to the map, and now I have 6 arrows with the fire darts. Okay, so again, I have to go to T, and I pass from S. S is section 69. 69. Section 69, the corridor. You stand in a dark corridor. A split trail of Night Dahlia leads southward and then turns right, while directly to the west is a dark hole which you can jump into to try to get out of the tomb. Suddenly, in the darkness, you came upon a group of Dahlia carriers. In their hands are buckets of brown fluid. From the thick smell that seems to come from it, you guess that it is Dahlia oil. If you want to dip the arrows into it, you can. Note it on your status chart. The Dahlia carriers peer at you with drained, empty eyes as you step past them. "Carry my burden for me," one of them calls, staggering toward you. You dodge him as he reaches out to grab you, but his clawed hands rip your garb, making your sword and reticent clothing plainly visible. Proceed further, if you dare. So, I have the arrows in the oil, okay, and I proceed now. So I go on. Okay, I go back to the map. Sorry, I am pretty distracted. And I stop here for now. I have I have the oiled arrow. I don't need to go to tea anymore because I take the oil now. So it's 5 to 6 o'clock, so I think I stop there. Next time I think I hand this book because from S I have to go only to U to kill the Green Hydra, and then I think the book ends. So tomorrow we end the book, only tomorrow. For now is all. A pretty series of hard battles. I lost 2 of my potions, and I do a level, okay, but I lost 2 of my potions. And still I have the chainmails, so I take less damage than before, but I still have to use 2 potions of mine to survive. So it's and I still have 10 hit points only. Yeah, pretty hard, but it's okay. Tomorrow we will see how it ends. It ends our adventure. For now is all. Have a nice evening, have a nice day, have a nice all of everything. Goodbye and until the next time.